Okay, so afternoon guys, hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend out there. Welcome to another episode of The Viking Beard with me, Matt. And if you've watched any of my other videos on my channel, you'll know that I'm trying to grow myself a big, thick, dense, epic Viking style beard. See what nature's intended for me if I don't shave, because the first time in my life I've actually purposefully gone out to grow a beard as opposed to just can't be bothered to shave. Now, on my channel, I'm reviewing loads of different products, from beard products, skin products, hair products, clothing, all sorts of bits and pieces to give you guys my honest opinion and review of what these things are like. Because nowadays we're all on budgets and it's nice to kind of get an insight into something you might be thinking about, looking out and getting, as opposed to getting them, shelling out on this stuff, getting it home going, that's not particularly good. And what I'm priding myself with on this channel is I'm not affiliated to any of the companies whatsoever. And all the reviews that I am doing are honest and in my own opinion, okay? And that's the cool thing, like I've said in all my videos, that we can all have our own opinions on stuff. So stuff that I might like, you might hate, stuff that you might love, I might hate. So it's all subjective. And so I'm not affiliated to any of the companies and can pretty much say what I like about them. So tonight we've got, not beard, for skin, hair, clothes or anything, some bits and pieces have been sent through to me by a company called Vikings Loot. Now I will provide links to their website and all their social media and stuff down below, so please feel free to go and check them out and have a look at that. And what we're going to do, we're going to look at the products, have a bit of a chat about them, talk about the price of them, and then afterwards, same as all the other videos, I'm going to rate them out of 10. So 10 will be absolutely amazing, 5 will be it's alright, and 0 will be I'm never going to touch it, use it, wear it, whatever again, and it's just going to sit there. So this is a completely honest review. So have a quick glug of coffee before we start. Wet the whistle. Okay. So let's start off. Now, I received the package through in the post from, like, say, Vikings Loot. These are a Viking sort of themed company that sell all sorts of Viking-esque bits. And I do like the whole Viking style. That's why I'm trying to grow my beard into that sort of style, get my hair into that style and grow the whole sort of long ponytail sort of look with the shaved sides and everything. And so I love all my Norse Viking mythology and everything like that. So they've sent me through a couple of items to have a look at. Now the first item that they've sent through for me to have a look at is a silver plated Viking wolf's head bracelet. Some people call these arm rings because they can be worn on the arm. And so this is what they had sent through to me. And I don't know whether you can pick up the detail of the wolves' heads on there, and like I say, this is silver plated. Now, one thing that I have got to say about these, because I've been looking at picking one of these up for quite a long while, and the only problem that I have found with this is basically the size of the aperture that your wrist or arm goes through. Now, because I've got quite thin, small wrists, and this does tend to hang, I'll put it on me so you can see. This does tend to hang quite low. So I've got very, very small wrists, not feminine wrists, but I've got small, thin wrists. And so it would be nice if some companies out there that did do these, you could kind of measure your the sort of size that you wanted first before going out and getting one, because you might find that if you've got a big manly style wrist, then fine, but for us thinner guys that have got thinner wrists, obviously a slightly smaller size would have been better. But with these as well, they can obviously close up and you can obviously widen them again, so they are adjustable to some degree, but possibly not to the degree that I would need. I'd need sort of like slightly smaller than that. But nonetheless, it's a nice looking piece. Now this is silver plated, which is nice. The detailing on it is very nice. You've kind of got the beaded work and the line work as well that runs through it on both sides. And it feels quite a solid piece as well. There is a sort of stretch and springiness to it. And this is basically antique silver plated iron. So the core of this is iron with the silver plating obviously on top of it. And it's a nice, decent piece. And the diameter of this one is 65 millimeters, so that's obviously the diameter of it, so you can check against yourself before you go out and order one of these. I've noticed there are a lot of companies out there selling these, and a couple of reviews that I have looked online about some of these is they're not particularly good. And I have been wearing this, okay? I've had it so that pretty much the two noses of the walls are sort of almost touching when I wear it. So I've worn it out, worn it a few times to work to get the feel of it. You can see that it's kind of lost a bit of its shape where I have been wearing it. That's only because I've kind of like tried to squeeze it together, and it's not fallen apart. And I do work in a fairly manual job, so it's nice to see that it has lasted so far. So yeah, it's a nice piece. A very nicely detailed heads of the walls, almost bordering on dragon-esque, but yeah, still nice. You can get loads of different ones of these with different sorts of heads and stuff, and just end bits on it and stuff like that. Now the price of it, you are looking at paying $24.99, which stuck into a conversion meter today has come out at £19.28p, which is not expensive. Obviously it's not ridiculous, because you, with jewellery and stuff, you can pay as much as you want. If you wanted one made out of solid platinum gold or whatever, I'm sure you can do it, and there are cheaper ones on the market, and so it's not too bad. 20 quid. It's a nice piece. It's nice and solid. Don't know whether you can hear that. So it's not hollow. Like I say, it is silver plated iron. I wouldn't expect it to be solid silver for £19.28p, £19.30 or $24.99. But it's a nice solid piece. I do like it, and I have been and am wearing it. So there you go. That is the silver plated Viking wolf's head from Vikings Loot. And they sent me something else to have a look at. Another glug of coffee. Right, so they sent me through a necklace, pendant, whatever you want to call it. Everyone calls it different things. And they've sent me this through, which is a Thor's hammer Mjolnir necklace. So we all know about Thor's hammer and Mjolnir and stuff like that. And this is what it looks like close up. So there is the back of it. I hope you can see that. And twiddling it round, you can hopefully see the detailing on the front of it. And again, I've been looking at getting one of these because at the moment I've got the axe head with the runes on it. And I do like Norse Viking style jewellery, stuff like that. Even got rune beads and everything on the bracelet. Viking fine ring, reproduction one. So I do like my Viking jewellery. So this comes in 4 colours, okay? So you've got this colour, you've got a pewter colour, a silver colour and a gold colour, okay? And on top of that, you can have 2 different chain types. You can have the metal one, which is this one, obviously, and you can have a leather braided sort of one on there. Now, I have toyed with the idea of possibly putting a leather one on there, but I actually quite like the chain. If you can see, it's quite a nice, thick, decent, heavy style chain. And the pendant size of this, ooh, nearly dropped it off there. That was great stuff, wasn't it? The pendant size on this is 3.5 centimetres and the chain length is 50 centimetres. So to give you a rough guesstimate of what that looks like if we got it on. So it's not right down by sort of like belly button, and it's not right choker style, but yeah, so it's a nice kind of length. So I do like this. This, like I say, is made out of, the pendant itself is made out of a zinc alloy, and the chain is actually made out of stainless steel, which is quite handy because I work in a hot, sweaty, sticky job at manual labour, and so stainless steel is quite good because obviously it doesn't really discolour, it doesn't discolour the skin and that. And I have been wearing this, and you can see where it's obviously been rubbing against my skin and everything else. I've had no colour or anything like that come off on my skin, and it is a nice piece. Now, pricing wise on it is $19.99, so it's cheaper than the armband or the wrist bracelet, and working that out in UK money, that is £15.43p. So I don't think that's particularly too bad at all. It's a nice solid piece. I don't know whether it's hollow or not. It has got, you might be able to see a seam running around it. It's obviously hollow at the top, but for the weight of it, I don't know. It doesn't feel particularly light, but at the same time doesn't feel particularly heavy. But it's a nice piece, and I do like that. And I am torn between either putting it on a leather cord, because I like leather, or whether to keep it on this, because I've got a silver necklace anyway. I don't know whether I'll put it on that. But yeah, very, very nice piece. Now, I will put, like I say, all the links down below for Vikings Loot, and they do some really, really nice bits. I have done a couple of other reviews for them before, a t-shirt, the rune beads, and there was a ring as well. And I do like what this company is selling. I'm not affiliated to them whatsoever, but the bits that they have sent through for me to have a look at are of a decent quality. Obviously, they're all copies and loads of different other companies doing them, some cheaper, some more expensive and stuff like that. But for the price you're paying on this, isn't too bad. It's kind of, yeah, it's all right. Some of the stuff, obviously, if you go to shopping sites, I'm not going to mention any names at all, online shopping sites, I have had a piece through from a shopping site that was that bad. It turned my skin pretty much green. It was light as anything, and it was absolutely horrible, and I binned that. I wish I hadn't kind of binned it, because otherwise I'd have done a review on it. But so far, with the rings, the bracelet and the necklace, I have worn it, and so it's not discoloured, it's not fallen apart, and it's lasted a decent while. So I would give these guys a look on the Vikings Loot. Now, I thank you guys for watching another one of my reviews. I am going to score these in a minute. Should anybody out there have any Viking style stuff, beard stuff, skin stuff, hair stuff, anything whatsoever they would like me to review, please feel free to drop us an email, message me or whatever, and I will get back to you, because I'm pretty much check up daily on everything that's going on this and my Instagram and everything. So please feel free to comment, subscribe and like. And now to the rating it. Now, I'm going to rate both of these together as a piece, because they were going to score exactly the same. My only bugbear with the bracelet is it wasn't slightly smaller, but then it's just a standard bracelet. You can, like I say, close it up, open it up should you need to. So I'm going to score these exactly the same, as purely on the quality and the price point altogether and what I think of them. And I'm going to rate them at 9.5 out of 10, because for the price point you're getting a couple of really nice pieces there. They're nice solid things, they're not flimsy, horrible, breaky, out of bent, horrible stuff. So I like them, and I'm rating them 9.5 out of 10 for this. I'm not affiliated to the company like I keep saying, but there are people out there that I have been watching. It's like, yeah, we won't go into that, but no, 9.5 out of 10, because they're nice looking pieces and they do what they say on the tin. So thank you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. Please feel free to like, subscribe and comment down below. I do read everything. Thank you guys. Take care of each other. Keep loving each other. Keep on growing those beards, which I am still doing. I am not cutting it off for love nor money, or trimming it until it is long enough to be trimmed, which is not yet. So thank you guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you. Have a good evening. Take it easy. Bye.